Hey folks, it's Rithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Plane Mechanic Simulator. We will carry on right where we left off last time. Right, so now what we've got to do is this on the other engine. And it's really easy. We know what we got to do. It might be that there's not a great deal wrong with it, but we've got to get into it and we've got to check it. And the only way that we can do that is to actually take the thing apart, unfortunately. So let's go into this one here and whip that one off, and then the next one like that. Go on. Right, it's getting the, like I keep saying, it's getting the mouse lined up. If you had a slightly wider AOE, that's what I'd like to see for this game. There's a slightly bigger AOE screwdriver. Spanner, rather. That's a spanner, not a screwdriver. If we had a slightly larger one, that would be an upgrade, a bigger AOE for it. It would certainly make life a lot easier, wouldn't it? Right, we'll take those two off there and... Oops. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Go like that, and I don't want to remove the bottom cowling. I will do that, though. There. And I'll do that as well. Yeah, that's a bit faster. And then I'll go over to this one, and we'll take that one off. And I'll go to the rocker cover up there, and I'll take that one off. Like that. And then over this side... As soon as that rocker cover comes off there we go, I can start taking that assembly off, because that's got to come off before we can remove the main block. There, that's that one. And then, right, now I'm waiting for this, there we go, right, so now I can order that one to be removed. Like that. Go on, off you trot. I've already done that one down there. So now I'm just... Oh, no. I thought I had done that one. I haven't. Let's do that one a minute. And then I can go over here and remove that one. There we go. Look at that. Right. That bit's coming out. Next up, I can go over to here. This one's almost done. Then, as soon as it starts working on the other side, I can remove this cylinder block assembly, like that. Take all of those off. There, perfect. Right, now I come back over to this side. As soon as that one's removed, go like that, I can go to number 3. Pistons are fine over here. It's this side, well, the rest of them are fine. It's just this one down here. This one's got to be removed. So we'll take that one off of there. And then I will come over this way. And number 3, what do we got in here? I've got 3 rings over there. The rest of them fine. It's just 3 rings. So we've got the same on both of them. We got 1 damaged piston and 6 damaged piston rings. There. Right. So we'll go and replace that as well. Exactly the same as we had on the other side. So we've got 6 rings and 1 cylinder. Like that. So then I want to go to option number 2. Bring you back up this way. Right. Piston cylinder there. And put you in. And then... Right. Do that there like that. That's going to put that back in. I'm going to put this one back on. Like this, and start doing that back up before I put the other piston rings back on, because that can at least start this one getting it done. Then we'll come over to this side, and we'll do 1, 2, and 3, like that, and then we can put you back on. Like that, that's the job done. That's everything finished. That's the little thumpy noisy bit in the background that we wanted to hear. And now I can start putting all of this stuff back on up through here. This is the, well, I say time-consuming bit. It's not actually too bad with all of the upgrades and everything that we've got. It's a pretty sweet deal. Put you onto there. Now, I'm going to say that that's actually a bug. It's allowing us to put the cover back on, before the rocker mechanism is done. Or it seems to be. Certain times, it seems to be allowing us to put the cover back on before the rocker mechanism was completely in place. And it shouldn't be. That's not something that we should be allowed to do. Right, I do that, and then I can put the exhaust shrouds back on. Like that, and then I can go to the rocker cover over here. Put that back on. All the way down through like that, and the exhaust shroud over on this side. Like that. Right. Now I've just got to wait for these to finish doing up. That is most of it. Oh, there. I can see them moving now. There, and there's those going in. And then we come back over to... Ooh. Ready to pop that one on. Oh, it's still doing these inside. So we shouldn't technically be allowed to put the cowling on, should we? I mean, I suppose you could reach in under to do that, but it doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem quite right, as far as I'm concerned. Right, we'll do that one up there, and then we go to you. Do that like that. There. Put that one on, and that one on to there, and then we can spin round over to this side. Get you done up. And that one onto there. Right. Another job all successfully completed. We've got all the covers back on. We've put everything else back on. I think. I'm hoping we have. So there's our bomber in all its glorious glory. Gron. Right, Gron. We're finished with you now. I've no idea what Gron means. Does anybody else know what Gron means? I haven't got a clue. Refuel the aircraft, refill the coolant, check the pistons and rings. Final result, perfect job. That'll be 45 points added to our little total, which takes 2953. Let us continue. There's something wrong with the right engine. It stopped during the flight and didn't want to restart. See to it, please. Right. Something wrong with the right engine. That's a bit open-ended, that is. That could be interesting. That could be very interesting, actually. Right, let's drop you down into there, and first up we will go over here. So it's not this engine, it's the other one. It's the right engine, so we'll do that there, and we'll undo that one. We don't have to do anything to the coolant. So in theory, the fuel tank on this side should be a lot more full than the fuel tank on the other side. How much more full remains to be seen. We'll find out in a minute. So just climb back up onto there and down. I mean, oh no, that one's not very full, not very empty at all. So there's not much needed in there. Take you out and scramble back up. Take you, put you up there, and go like that. Oh, there we go. We'll put that one there, and we'll climb up onto here. And right, so you are only getting, that's about 60 gallons, I think. We've about 60 gallons to go into this tank. Am I going to be completely wrong again? Ooh, 58. That was actually a really good guess. That's the closest I've come on the big tanks to getting it spot on. I'm pleased with that. I think that shows that we're growing as an engineer, as a person as well. I feel that we've shown growth today, and I feel that is a good thing. I think that is a good thing. Right now, it said that the engine stopped. Why did the engine stop? It's used the same amount of fuel. Are all the fuel tanks linked? If the fuel tanks were linked, then why do we... Right, that's much the same amount of fuel. If they're linked, why do we need to fill all of them separately? Right, that doesn't make any sense. Unless he, you know, it stopped and then he just turned around and he came straight back again. Just because he didn't like it. He may have done. That may have been it, and so there may have been very little difference in it. Let's scramble up over there, and then we put this one into here. Open you up. Tip in the fuel. Right, there's that bit done. So we've got, it's the right engine that we need to be concerning ourselves with, which is this one over here. So we just want to put the caps and everything back on. So you can drive away. And then we'll go up here and we'll do, once again, we'll do the caps. It's that one. I should be not waiting for it to finish, should I? Right, we'll do that, and we'll put that one onto there. I'll wait for this one to finish. We're going to need to strip off the covers. If it stopped and it didn't restart, it might be something really simple like the fuel pump or the fuel filter. Right, it could be that simple. I mean, it could be a lot more serious. It could be that, you know, maybe the main drive shaft or something in the engine is gone. What is the drive shaft? Like the camshaft or something like that. Do these things have cam belts? Something like that. So anyways, it was the right engine, wasn't it? Let me just take that off. It was the right engine. Okay, so starboard right engine cowling. Let's take you off there. Come on. I can do this. Right, now let's have a look inside a minute. We've got an engine starter. Under there, we've got a right cylinder block. We've got a magneto. We've got a ignition wire. That actually, some of this stuff looks to be in bad condition. Let's have a look. Magneto is looking like it's in poor condition. Now, I'm looking around. The fuel filter up there is looking good. Hydraulic pump is looking good. Honestly, it looks like it's just that magneto. So it would... Right, what's got to come out?
No.
Oh, I got to go and take the cover off the other side. Fine. I will take the cover off the other side. Doesn't want me to take it off here. And I'll do that. Yeah. Right, so yeah, apparently we're not allowed to do it just by reaching in. So I've taken the cover off. Magnet. Yeah, so why have I got to take both the covers off? Makes no sense whatsoever. Right, so there's you off of there. So now I will switch over to checking again. Oh. Right, well, if the wheel case is also damaged, it's a good job I did come back in and check some more stuff. Right, coolant outlet pipe. Right, well, in order to take that wheel case...
Nope.
I gotta take everything off. Right, you gotta come off first. We wanna remove that bit there. Like that.
No.
Supercharger. Right. Hydraulic pump has got to come off. There. What else? That one. Upper ignition wires. Let's come back through here. That one's got to come out. Oh, I gotta... Have I got to remove everything from here? I'll remove that bit. And I'll remove that bit. And then... I'm going to remove this side as well. Just to sort of see if I can get away with as little as possible. And this middle piece here. No. So I want that one. The left induction piece, whatever that is. So I don't need to remove the whole thing, although I think it would have been quicker just to remove the main part of the engine for this. Because, yeah, I got these over here. These are taking a while. So I strip all of those down through. Like that. And then... Right, what else was there? It was just that, wasn't it? I'm looking around... Is there anything else that's got to go?
No.
Honestly, it doesn't look like there's anything else that's got to go. There is the induction pipe in here. We got to get that one out. That's most of that lot out. Go on. they really do take a while. And I'd have had to remove that induction pipe anyway, wouldn't I? Right, that one's out. There we go. So I've still got that little one there. And that one on there. That was the same as the other engine. And then remove that. So that piece can finally come off. Then we can get in there to the wheel case in here. I've got to remove the magneto there. Is that magneto any good? That one's damaged as well. Right. Well, that one's got to come off. And it does say that I've got to remove the bottom cowling. So, let's just do that as well a minute. There. Put that over there. And then go through that. Right, so now I've got to that bit. I then want to go to the wheel. Nope, to get the wheel case off, we've got to take off a load of these parts right here. So that one's got to come off. I've got to take off the hydraulic pump underneath. And, nope, there's another bit here somewhere that we've got to take off.
No.
There, fuel pump, that one's going to come off. Right. Now what? We'll, at last, there we go. Now we can get to it. Get you out of there. Now, is there anything else that we're going to have to do? Probably there is. Okay, that bit's come out. I'm now going to have a little look around. So, if we go... We'll spin this one over like this. There. And I want to come down into here. Right, so... That's looking good. That's looking good. Exhaust shrouds, bits up there. They're all looking good. Camshaft drive is looking fine. There's nothing actually down on the main engine block that we can do anything with. So we can leave that as it is. I'm going to be stuck up here. Let's move that ladder so we don't... That's the last thing we want is to actually get properly stuck. Again, we've done that before. It's not something I wish to repeat. Now, we go back onto here. So, the magneto I can repair. The wheel case I can repair. This is actually really cool. All of these bits that we can repair means that it's a load of extra points for us as well. I didn't think we'd be able to repair that many of them, to be honest. But it's going to let me do it. It's going to let me do it. I'm quite happy with that. We've got the wheel case right here. There's a bit there. Load oil onto that. There's a bit in there. There's a bit in there, like that. And then there's a bit right there. Take that one out. Then we got another one in here. Left magneto right there. Get that one. Let's do that one there. And then I got one there. And then I got one right there on that. Oh, that one. I missed that last little bit, but it still restored the part anyway. Okay, so there's those bits. Have we got anything else that needs to... We got nothing that we need to replace in here. Now all we got to do is put Humpty Dumpty back together again. This should be simple enough. So we go into there, and the first bit is going to be that wheel case. So we throw you into there like that, and then I can start putting on these small pieces underneath while I'm still doing up some of those other bits. Put that into there. There was another one over this side, which is the fuel pump in there. I do that one up, and then I've got the magneto up there, like that. I've got another magneto in there. I'm gonna do task complete, fix the right engine. Right, so we've got everything in here. I'll put that one in, and then I'll do the other little one on the top like that. And then we can do all of those, and now we can start putting in all of these other bits. So we've got the induction manifold. Now this is the bit here, and you can see, look, we've actually got some of these bolts, they go red. Right, and I don't understand what the red bolts are for. Whether that's something that we need to be alarmed about, whether this is something that's coming in for a new update, so that you've got bolts that you've actually got to go and replace as well. And I mean, if there was a thing like that where you actually had to replace some of the bolts, I think that would be really cool. I genuinely do. I think that would be like a really awesome extra addition to the game. Just like add in a bit more realism, because if anybody's ever worked on any old engines, you know that at some point you're replacing the bolts. Right, bolts get worn out, and then you have to do things to them. You have to get new ones, and it's getting the old bolts out. Sometimes that's like the biggest issue, is trying to get the actual old bolts out. You've got to use oxyacetylene, angle grinders. There's 101 different things that you've got to do sometimes in order to get the bolts to come out of the engine in the first place. It's not always easy. And this is speaking from the experience of having helped. I don't like engines, right? Not in real life. I'm not a fan at all. And I've never made a secret of this. But even I know that sometimes you have to work very, very hard at getting bolts out before you can do anything else. Especially, I mean, a brand new machine. That's altogether different, right? Everything's shiny and all the bolts. It all comes off nice and easy. The only issue you got is maybe too much glue has been put in there somewhere. But that's like a minor detail. Anyway, we have finally finished. We've fixed the right engine. So let's see what we get for this little bad boy right there. Made it seem really simple, didn't it? It made it seem really simple. Refuel, fix the right engine, 5 points. Save spare parts, 3. We get 15 points for that, though. So we do make up a few extra points for it. 30 points in out puts us to less than 500 to go, and let's continue our career. It's time for our first bombing session. Open the bays and load 4 500-pound bombs. Well, that sounds simple enough. We'll just toss them right in, shall we? Yes. Without any problems whatsoever, we'll just lob the 500-pound bombs into the bombing bays. Where do you even get the bombs? Where are they? There's none there. Is this them? Are they lying around? Can I can't go up the side there. Well, it would appear that getting the bombs is easier said than done. We'll worry about that in a minute. We don't need to worry about the bombs just yet. We'll scramble up here, and we will do the usual. Let's just lift that one off like that, and then over to that one, and lift you off, and take that one, and lift you off, and do that one, and lift you off, and do that one over there. Incidentally, I do periodically exit out to the main menu and then come back in again just to make sure that it saves in case it crashes, because we know that we do get the occasional crash on this one at the moment. And it's saying that we're 86% complete, so we really don't have very much left to do in this game. It's a bit unfortunate, because I'm really enjoying playing this game. Like, you know, getting through all the different bits. I mean, yes, the refueling bit is rather tedious, but all the different parts that we've had to do on this, it's been really good fun. I've been really enjoying doing this. So, most likely I will go back to, you know, we did the live stream on the Tank Mechanic Simulator. Most likely I will go to Tank Mechanic, and we'll have a go with that one. And we'll be able to restore some old tanks. I don't know, though. I'm still not 100%. I may go and like have a look around, see what other simulator titles there are, see if there's anything else we want to go for. I was playing this as like a temporary measure until we go back to doing House Flipper, but the House Flipper DLC, the Garden DLC, that's not coming out until May. They've announced it, and they've given it the 22nd of May, which is ages away yet. So I got no intention of going back to House Flipper just yet. I want to be able to do that one and like do the whole Garden DLC thing. I don't want to be spending absolute ages playing the game, doing stuff we've already done, and then have the Garden DLC turn up afterwards. So, yeah, we'll be waiting for that one. We'll be leaving that one out for a little while. Then we'll be able to move in and start doing some other stuff. So Tank Mechanic is top priority. There are a few new DLCs that have come out for Car Mechanic Simulator. I know that game's been out for a year now, and it's been quite a long time since we had a look at it. So I could always go back to that one. Although, again, I'm not sort of rushing, I'm not that torn with the idea of, or that taken with the idea of going back to that one. Because we did play that one an awful lot, and like the new DLCs that come out, that whilst they're good, they don't offer like a massive amount of additional gameplay, do they? There's not like a load more stuff. There's and we did do an awful lot in that game, so we've kind of explored what it has to offer. I was hoping for a new car mechanic, right? A new car mechanic simulator. I thought would be really awesome because like maybe change around the way things is done in the game altogether. I thought that could be quite awesome. But it appears that that is not going to be a thing. So let's just drop that one down there. And what I'm trying to do... Actually, I want to go to number 2. Ah, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Right. If I can bring that up there. And then bring that... There we go. Right. I kind of want to just move around into the right position so that I can get that one going. And then... There, bring that one up to there, come back over to you, put that one on, over to you, put that one on, and there's our fueling done. Now we got to do the bombs. We got to put bombs into this thing. So he's ready for an actual bombing run. Now, this is quite cool. An actual bombing run that we're going to be helping to put underway. There we go. Right. I'll climb back out of there. How do we do this? This is a thing. A bomb bay door. I'm guessing it's not Bombay. It's the bomb bay door. Yeah. Does that make any sense? I know what I'm trying to say. I need 4 bombs. So I'm guessing that one. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. How do we do that? Oh. Literally like that. I can just take a bomb and I can chuck the thing in. Right. With my superhuman strength. Let's wander down this way and see what the connection is on that side. Oh, I see. We're not holding that in, is there? There really is not very much holding it. Well, actually, no, there is, isn't there? There is. We know that there is quite a lot holding that in. Come back over to there, and I'll pop that one up. So there we go. Bombs. In our aircraft, that is looking absolutely fun. It's actually really easy to load those up as well. So I close that one, and I close that one. Job done. That's it. That's all you gotta do. That's loading the bombs. That's really... It's a lot easier to do. It's a lot easier to throw 4 500-pound bombs into place than it is to put oil in the aircraft. This says a lot about the mindset of the designers for this aircraft, as far as I'm concerned. Right, refuel the aircraft and load the bombs. There we go. Let's tick that one off. 5. Load the aircraft with bombs. 5. And then final result. Perfect job. 30 points. There's another 40 points towards Staff Sergeant. We've got 450 to go. Continue career. Are we going to make Staff Sergeant before we finish this game? Is it Staff Sergeant or Flight Sergeant? I don't know. I'm really sorry, folks, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to interrupt things there, as it's time for us to head back to the barracks and get some tea. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.